Have you forgotten a few key points about silver? I received an interesting email from Dolly Varden Silver, and they brought up a few points about silver and gold, for that matter, that I'd actually forgotten about. The first thing they talked about, which I know you and I have not forgotten about, is the prospect of silver reaching $100 per ounce. Hey, it can happen, and we've got a number of top analysts, other CEOs in the silver industry that like to talk about triple-digit silver, but what would make that happen? Let's remember, central banks are buying a record amount of gold right now. But what does that have to do with silver, you might be asking? Well, silver was actually used as money before gold. Had you forgotten about that? Yeah, it's true. The silver market is actually older than the gold market, and we talk about that all the time. What comes with age? Wisdom. Name any other market out there that's actually older than the silver market. The silver market has developed a keen insight into what is going on in the world and can actually predict the future, some people think. Did you also know that the actual word for money in many languages throughout the world is, yes, you guessed it, silver? So silver, being used as money, has been around for centuries and centuries and will continue in the future. And there's even a chance that at some point, silver could be remonetized again. It wasn't that long ago, just the 1960s here in the United States of America, that silver was still included in our coinage. Ready for another fact you likely have forgotten about when it comes to silver and gold? I'll read this to you. The fundamentals are improving. Gold and silver supply are at risk, and just as we hit peak oil a few years ago, some people believe we've hit peak gold and silver as well. On the supply side, new discoveries aren't being made at the rate they were in the past. Wow! We forgot about that. Peak gold, peak silver. Look, the industry, the mining industry in particular, has been under great pressure over the last few decades. They just aren't spending any money on developing new mines or exploring for more gold and or silver in particular. What that means is the pipeline of available projects to the big major gold and silver mining companies, that pipeline is running dry. What does that mean? That means the supply of metals, when we look out 5-10 years into the future, could very well be constricted. And when supply goes down, yes, price fixes that. Higher prices for both silver and gold. Don't forget that the grade of ore being processed at most of the gold and silver mines is also dropping, making it less and less economic to mine ore until we get an upward movement in price. Also, a lot of these mines are located in unsafe, unfavorable jurisdictions. You never know when the mines might get confiscated or nationalized or special taxes be placed upon the mining activities. Overall, when we look at what's going on with the supply of silver and the supply of gold in the world right now, remember, we're dealing with a depleting industry. Every time a big gold mine or silver mine pulls an ounce out of the ground, that is gone from their inventory forever. The supply dynamics in silver and gold look very favorable for higher prices in the future. First Mining Gold is a development company advancing two of the largest gold projects in Canada. Springpole in Ontario and Duparquet, located in Quebec, each already has 5 million ounces of gold reserves, but exploration initiatives are underway at both projects to find even more gold.
First Mining is well-financed, has zero debt, and owns an interest in 4 additional Canadian gold development projects.
Demand for silver and gold is forecasted to increase. Listen to this about silver. It's forecasted to grow as over 50% of demand comes from industry, due to the fact that silver has incredible properties. Did you know silver is the most electrically conductive, thermally conductive, and reflective metal on Earth, and that in some applications it is simply not possible to substitute anything for silver? And as we live through this period of geopolitical turmoil, like most of us have never experienced in our lives, we're likely to see robust continued demand, not just from the world central banks, but other sources as well, for gold. Look, when you take a bird's eye view of what's going on, have we reached peak silver? Have we reached peak gold? Will supply continue to be diminished in an environment where we see potential for explosion on the demand side? I think the price prospects for either metal look very, very optimistic. If you want to get your hands on some silver, gold, or platinum right now, go check out Pimbex. They sponsor Ron's Basement. They make these videos possible. It's an online bullion dealer. You can get yourself some silver. You can get yourself some gold. You can get yourself some platinum. You can also get great customer service from a trustworthy organization and the best price around. Check it out for yourself. I did, and I found out that Pimbex is best. Hey, I appreciate you joining me here in the basement. It's going to be interesting to see how this environment plays out for the silver price and gold price as we head into the coming months, quarters, and years. You know I'll be here for you. Yes, you're a basement dweller when you join me down here. Through all of it. Choppy seas, whatever they throw at us, we're going to make it, and I'll see you soon.